Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Intechlectual, Meta What, Chrome Who, Microsoft How. I'm Louis, and I'm joined with Manny, and this is episode 2.
It's episode 1, Louis.
Yeah, it needed to rhyme though, so that's why I said episode 2. It is episode 1. Well, technically it's episode 2 because we dropped 0, which was
bonus.
a bonus. So technically it's episode 2. The second thing we've ever dropped. So it's 2 episodes, right?
That is true.
That's not how it works, is it?
I'm not actually too sure because...
This is episode 1 though. We'll put this as 1. So you're listening to episode 1.
We'll find out how it sequences everything. But...
Got rhyme, right?
Technically. It's not going to be technically. Because it's Intechlectual.
Yeah.
Then it is episode 2. But on paper, as how we're going to release these episodes, this is episode 1. So welcome. As he said, I'm Emmanuel, aka Manny.
And I'm Louis.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Louis. Yeah, we're the same person. Person is just a robot.
I am Mr. Robot.
Stop it. It's not. Let's not get into that. But
please give me. So wait.
There's a robot locked in my cupboard. Apparently,
what is my purpose? You pass butter. Oh my god.
I don't know, guys.
Oh my god.
Guys, someone help me. I don't know what's going on anymore. My co-host has been taken over by some virus.
Hey man, I think the McAfee fixed that. I'm fine now.
Nah, let's not talk about that.
Anyway,
bro,
what are we talking about today on episode 1?
Well, some of the key points, as the title alluded to, which was rhyming and definitely didn't take me 10 minutes to come up with. Metaverse. Chrome security bugs. Google Pixel 6 Pro. Well, just the 6.
Pro?
But the Pro as well.
Oh, okay. We're gonna touch on the 6 as well, the normal one.
Microsoft's valuation toppling. Going to get above Apple. And who has your data?
Who has my data, Louis?
I don't know. You tell me who has your data, Manny.
I need to know. And lastly,
something
about fudge?
NFTs, bro.
Non-fungible.
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 Fungible.
Fungi's.
Is it fungible?
Wait, you mean?
I swear it's fungible.
It is fungible, yes. I'm taking the piss.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to run through. And I just want to get straight into it, Louis. Not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
the metaverse.
Flipping hell. Delete it.
Delete it?
Delete it. Done. Donezo. Done out here.
You know what?
No,
I wouldn't be surprised if Arnold Schwarzenegger came out right now.
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if the Terminator came out right now and was like, "Where's Zuckerberg?" I ain't to stop him. I would be like, "It's too late."
I am to take him out. Where is Zuckerberg? Nah, I can't do my man Arnie like that. That was a really bad impression. I apologize, Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you ever listen to this, I wholeheartedly apologize. I will take that impression.
I'm looking right at him. He means this. He's being serious. Like,
yeah, hands crossed and everything. You know,
tear coming down one eye only because he's a G.
I don't have teardrops.
Just tear, singular.
No. If anyone knows what I mean, I don't have a teardrop.
Oh right.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Oh, that's something else.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a whole episode in itself.
Anyway, metaverse, man.
So there's more to this than a lot of people would understand. Like, a lot of people may have just seen that it's for the virtual reality part, but Facebook itself, parent company, was called Facebook, and then obviously you actually had the umbrella services in it. So you actually had Facebook, you had Instagram, you had WhatsApp, you had Oculus, some of the key ones that many of you are probably accustomed with, and there's a lot of others in the umbrella that we probably don't know about. But the main key part of Metaverse was renaming the parent company to Meta, which as a whole of it would then create the Metaverse, which a collection of essentially augmented reality and virtual reality software, which was technically a quote from Zuckerberg, I believe. I don't know. What do you feel about this? I feel like we're in dodgy waters. I feel like there's another Skynet coming talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Terminator.
I mean, it is the beginning of the end. In my opinion, this is just an amalgamation. I keep using that word, but I like it. It's an amalgamation of everything. And all they're doing is what Google has done this with Alphabet, and Facebook is just following. They've seen how it works. They've seen how successful it is and what to do and what not to do. It's like when you sit back, see somebody else do something, and then you get enough data from them. Ironically, Facebook getting data from people. And you'd be like, yo, that works. Why don't we do that? Also, we're in sticky waters right now. Was just as a name, and psychologically speaking, the Facebook name of recent years hasn't been in the best of waters. So it's like 2 birds with 1 stone. 1, organizational structure. Let's sort that out. And 2, let's change the name so people can't really just like keep attacking us, because now you can't really call. You can talk about Facebook if you want, but that's not us anymore. Who's Facebook? It's not us. We're Meta.
Now, Facebook itself, if you go through and you look at all the things that they've done over the years that they've let slip or they didn't get a handle on whatnot, I think there's like one thing per year that is absolutely shocking and just disastrous. But yet they still get to continue and continue and continue. I mean, it's not a shoot Facebook down. Like, what they've done and what they've achieved is real good. Can't knock them for that. But just what it stands for. What it's like. You saw the video of the guy and he had his barbecue sauce on his shelf holding up his books, you know, like what they're trying to achieve with like virtual workspaces and people being able to like meet up virtually and break some barriers in some aspects, but I feel like it oversteps barriers in others. Some parts of it will, not that our privacy is on being going to be breached, but I think it's already been breached. Like,
I was going to say,
when we get onto that later, like, don't worry about it.
I think my beliefs on tech are we're way past the point of no return. So it's now who's regulating or who's allowing what already exists to continue to do more good than bad, or even just a little bit of good. Do you know what I mean? It's like they have everything already. So now who's actually making a good product? I know it's very doomsday preparedness or like nonchalant. No, I don't care. It's as simple as that. Like, I should care. I do care, but it's like, fam, here's where we are. This is the reality we live in. It's just, it is what it is. Now, who's going to actually make something useful out of this? I don't think it's going to be Facebook, because to me, again, I get back to being creative and just helping the world. Nothing that they're offering seems to be of substance. Nothing that they're offering seems to be new. It's just copy and pasting other people's products or ideas and then just adding it to their big conglomerate already. So they haven't broken any barriers. VR has existed for a long time. Augmented reality has existed for a long time. Heck, having an umbrella term for your companies existed because of Google. So like all this work thing, this augmented reality and virtual workspaces, it's like, what's it going to really help with? Like, fair play. This is you have the platform and the people. So most people will attribute all these new things to Facebook now. Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, that's Facebook's idea. That's just how Apple works as well, right? Something comes out that's existed somewhere else on Android. Apple releases it and like, oh, have you seen the new Apple thing? And it's like, bro, it's not new.
That's been out.
So there's like all of these things just apply the same thing to Facebook. Nothing groundbreaking they're doing, but it's just putting it all together because, like, why not? And I don't blame them for that. It's like, yeah, what's taking you so long? Like, you've sat back and watched all of this being done, and you know sometimes all it takes is just one big name to just enter a field of whatever, and then the next thing goes up. So I'm interested to see what Facebook being part of this world brings to others, because there'll be a light shone on the smaller companies maybe and other idea makers that are like also in the same place. I don't think they'll be the number one place for like work. There's just no way. There's somebody else to pick that up. I don't know, Microsoft, make a Teams VR or Zoom, something. No, anybody.
Teams is horrible. Don't like Teams.
You don't like Teams?
Nah, it gets the job done, but it crashes, it's buggy, it's full of more issues than it's worth.
I've had Teams crash on me maybe. You know what? Yeah, you know, you're right.
Yeah, like you forget about it because you use it so much.
You know what's good about Teams though? If your laptop takes too long to load on Teams, you can start your meeting on your phone, and then when it loads... Listen, this changed my morning meetings.
Right.
You can start your meetings on your phone.
Yeah, I know.
And you can switch immediately to your PC.
And that's not wrong. But that is setting a dangerous precedent between when do you fully switch off. Like, if Teams is on your phone, it's dinging up out of hours.
That's true.
You need to make sure. Yeah. You need to make sure on company time you get paid for it. And if it's not on company time, if you get paid for it, or it doesn't exist.
Dude, how do you delete emails off of your Android phone?
I can show you. You can set like silent hours as well. By the way,
no,
on
I mean like yesterday, I accidentally added my work email to my Google emails or like my phone emails, the list, and I was like, I don't want this. Nah, and I tried to just go to the settings and remove it. Wasn't as simple as just go to the settings and remove it.
Okay, cool. We can talk about that. Maybe we'll make a podcast on it. How to...
Yeah.
Privacy,
I need that.
Privacy 101. How to get rid of everything on your device.
Yeah, but...
Only for the right reasons, though.
But yeah.
Anyways, come back to Metaverse.
Sorry, yes, Metaverse.
Yeah. What you were saying about they aren't the ones technically key. And the whole point about... I had this conversation the other day with someone, actually. Like, because Facebook has so much power, so many resources, so much money, and so much at their disposal, they can just be like, we want to do this. It seems like it's a new innovative thing.
Exactly.
But there's probably so many startups out there that has like revolutionized every different other fields like medical research, people with like prosthetic limbs and stuff like that in terms of like VR and understanding like how things work. I bet there's so much that you do not know about because it's not got the power that Facebook has. But because Facebook's like, we want to create a workspace that everyone wants to do. Everyone's like, oh, this is great. This is amazing. It's like, let's jump on it. Nah, don't do that. Skynet will come. It will delete you. Someone will come and delete you in years to come because you posted something on Metaverse. Trust me.
Yeah.
Like if you get banned, I saw that meme. It's like if you get banned, do you become like a ghost silhouette in actual Metaverse?
Yo, what's that movie with Aaron, matey boy from Breaking Bad?
Oh, Aaron.
No, it's not a movie. It's season 3 of Westworld.
Not sure.
Dude, so everybody's future is planned from the day that they're born.
It sounds like Black Mirror to me.
I think it's, and then if you can't go off track. It just doesn't work. So if you're set destined to become a businessman or trader, you can't become a footballer. Like even if you had the skills to become a footballer, it just wouldn't let you.
Yeah.
And then if you try to rebel against that, it adds you as a rebellion or as a rebel. Man. And then like you were saying, what happens when you get banned? Because it's not just getting banned off of Facebook now. It's getting banned from workplaces. Because remember, they're trying to connect everything together. You get banned from social circles. I mean, that already exists now, like cancellations and stuff. But this is different. This is more like, no, you can't communicate to anybody. You can't find work.
Imagine, right? You're playing like virtual golf on a Saturday, and you get something from work saying, "Can you fix this, please?" And they're like, "We see you playing golf. You need to log on and fix this." That's a dangerous precedent. I personally would tell them no.
Is this on the weekend?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like on the weekend, like
imagine. Is it?
There's certain.
What contract did you sign up?
That's what I'm saying. There's certain sectors and places where people work, like contractors, for example, and there's a lot of like consultancy, like for the top 4 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those people work like 90 hours and they're only contracted for 45, and their bosses are like, "Oh, you're doing such great work." Yeah, because I'm not billing the other half of the hours that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where like that's a dangerous precedent for something like that.
There's no privacy, pretty much.
But it's not about privacy. It's about boundaries. Like work is work. Personal life is personal life, and when they start to mix, people get burnout. People don't feel well. People suffer with their mental health and just spirals out of control.
That is the thing. It's like when do you like you were talking about, even though I was segueing into something else. When do you disconnect?
Sorry, ruined the segue.
When do you disconnect from work and home? Because if everything's connected together, your boss might be able to see everything you're doing outside of, and they can judge you based off of that. And if that affects your, although that kind of exists now, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, you can put your like Facebook page, your Insta profile as profile.
I know, but if somebody, that's true, but someone can just take screenshots and then find out that you're racist at home. They'll fire you.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just, it will be easier to find that. So that's the other good side. If people are weird.
Yeah, I guess in that aspect, yes. But if your bosses contact you on a Saturday because they need an urgent fix and you're not going to get paid for it, I think that's clear grounds to tell them to do one.
Yeah, but I think that's more contractual. Like, if that's not in your contract, then...
But there's a lot of stuff that's not in people's contract that's true. Their bosses and managers will not take the mick.
Then it's an argument of, hey, you're just a bad boss, not the technology that exists. Yeah, that exists now, right?
This could be a whole episode just on bosses and work culture and stuff like that.
But I'm hopeful, to wrap it up, that the metaverse will bring more attention to the smaller companies that are pushing boundaries in these spaces.
I think they might take the spotlight, not shine the spotlight, eventually.
Who?
Metaverse.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, that's true.
Unless they buy the companies, which then they can't, not that they ruin it, but they'll dismantle it, essentially.
True, but at the same time, well, now, consumption and absorption, what's it called when like a small company does something and they're like, hey, we're going to buy you. Monopolizing. But there's a word for like... Acquisitions, yes. That is a threat, and that does... Not a threat, it exists. It's happened. I mean, look at Facebook. They bought WhatsApp and Instagram. And was it Oculus by themselves or at one point? Or was that Facebook in the beginning?
Honestly, no clue. But that's the
Yeah.
point, right?
But
Like,
yeah,
we don't
we
know.
don't
about
know
that
exactly.
because it doesn't exist,
That's
because
all they
Facebook
do.
now got it. Yeah.
All of these other applications that they are trying to branch out from, right, or put together. So what could also happen, another way to look at it, is all the small companies that are doing something now and nobody believed in them, and now Facebook is doing the same thing. People will look at them like, oh wait, you can be a competitor. Oh wait, you're standalone in this aspect, so we can just focus on this. So a bigger company might try and buy that, and then it will push innovation in that direction too.
So, this week, 2.6 billion users have been informed of a high security threat, ironically, for the second time in this week. So, if you use Chrome, if you've got an update, I would suggest you take action and update now. Google have confirmed that the rollout will be staggered. So, you might not get an update now, but when you do get an update, it's not a joke. When people say to do updates, there is usually a lot of security and bug fixes and all sorts of other things that could be the difference between you keeping all your passwords and not. So yeah, if you've got an update, I suggest you actually have a look at that. There's not too much detail about it because, as you would have guessed, until the bug is fixed and there's been sufficient time for people to update and to remediate the effect of that, you in the cybersecurity game, they give that time to not allow black hat hackers, which we can cover in another episode. The difference between white hat and black hat. Sometimes get blue hats, but we won't digress. To make sure black hat hackers don't get all that information to do nasty, unthinkable things.
I was not one of the 2.6 billion people to get notified. But also, I keep all my stuff updated.
Yeah.
Like, my daily routine is actually just check my updates before I even leave the bed.
Ironically, right, there is some things that, like, it's not that I'm against updates, but I'm also not a not updater either.
Yeah.
Like, I game my PC, and as soon as you get a new graphics card release, you might want to give that a few weeks, because 9 times out of 10 that will break some compatibility with some of your games, and some of the games they need fixes themselves to like work with it, like compatibility wise. So like I remember, like many months ago, it's quite a while back, like did a new update driver update, and I think like 4 of my games was like, nope, just kept crashing. Infinite Loop was like, this is fun. So yeah.
But I mean, if it's a security specific update, you might want to.
Yeah, I'm talking about games.
Yeah,
I'm talking about games. But Windows itself sometimes. Let's not get onto the whole Windows update. Blah blah blah. Let me just completely take over your PC and not tell you about it and restart it and lose all your work for you. But
yeah,
we won't. We won't digress into that. I mean, talking of big name companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about Chrome.
We
talk about the parent company of that and what they've done this week.
Google,
Goggly, as some people would say it before. I heard someone called it Goggly, and I was like, I'm out.
Amen.
I had to leave the room at that point.
The big G.
The big G, indeed. Released the Pixel 6 this week, and my, am I gassed?
Yes. You were so gassed that, what did you do, Louis?
I pre-ordered it.
You pre-ordered it.
But I didn't pre-order the right one, so I cancelled it and pre-ordered.
Really?
Yeah, I got the wrong one. I was like, I don't think I need the extra space. And I was like, no, I'll buy the extra space. I was that mug.
Yeah,
I was the mug. I cancelled the order and then I pre-ordered it
fair play.
with the more space. But some details. It was released on the 19th of October. We watched the live stream of Google telling us what the Pixel is all about,
yes.
what's coming. And I tell you what, we were jaw dropped. Oh, I was jaw dropped. I think you was as well. I'll let you speak on that. During that demo and the different features and whatnot that's coming with it, and it started shipping from the 28th of October, and I've had mine for about almost a week now, I guess, something like that. I got mine the first day it was being released, so I think it was the 28th, the Tuesday, can't remember. But this is an Apple killer in my opinion. The combination of Android 12, which also released, the official release, I mean the beta's been out, you've had that for a few months.
The first month it was rolled out, I ignored it. But the second month, I was like, you know what? I was actually tired of Android 11. That's what really happened. And I knew for a fact that after the first month, most of the bugs had been fixed and it would have been more stable. And it wasn't stable at all, but it was definitely more stable than probably the first month. And I've had it, for the best part of the past 3 months. So I've been a fan since day one. And I just realized, like, hang on a second. They're not playing around. This is built for something big.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, this won't be cheap.
Yeah.
I knew that, hey, okay, that price range of them being, cheaper is about to go. But luckily, they kept it with the 6 and they only put the premium up for the 6 Pro. So there's still a balance. They still have that market. They still have that ability for people who don't want to pay that premium price to opt in for the other one. But the shift is more of you're not going to get the best end of the phone that you probably want. But it is what it is. And there's still an option there, so you can't really complain. But in my honest opinion, they're now matching prices with Apple. Because Apple also have one that's like 60, 80 pounds or dollars difference. Once you're in that range, it's not really, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're willing to pay £900, you 800 is, you're not pushing or like deciding your factors based on money above 700 quid, in my opinion. Whereas in the 500 range, £100 is a bit more of a jump. So 500 to 600 is a bit more of a jump. Whereas for 800, everyone's like, oh no, it's cheaper by $50 or £50. I'm like, fam, if you're going to pay $850, you pay 900. So you're picking the phone now based on what it does, what it is, not the price. And they're now in that category, in my opinion, as all the other big players. And fair play, as they should be, because now you have a software that has a hardware to go with it. And my goodness, the camera, 52 megapixels, HDR, 4K. Come on, man. 120 refresh rate.
120 hertz refresh rate, yeah.
Mate.
Like, just a note, like, it's 60 hertz standard, but then it adapts up to 120 when it needs to.
Gotcha.
So
yeah,
it's not just sucking all your juice. You know what? When we were watching the keynote, we saw how the not only the camera, but the machine learning that they've developed and baked into it about how it handles skin tones and giving a true and accurate representation of what you're actually taking a picture of. So those of color, for example, you actually see a true representation of their complexion in the light that they're in, which, in my opinion, is not something that I think or possibly the industry has seen in a smartphone.
Apple did. They pushed it.
I don't know. Not to what this does though. I think they had something like that, and I think they had something of their own flavor. But I think this in itself,
this is definitely a better version,
as
no
a whole
doubt.
package.
Yes,
yeah, as a package, like the concept and maybe what they tried to do. Apple, yes, cool.
Yeah. But, credit where credit is due is all I'm saying. Like Apple did have attempted to always push for the representation of people of color with their photography.
Agreed.
And I was just glad to see Google doing it, just at a better clip, of course.
Yeah.
So it's like this is great. I have an issue though, of course, with how this is. It is marketing.
Yes.
Like that's a bigger problem in itself.
Yeah.
The fact that one of your marketing points is, hey, you can take a picture of black people now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a different argument. That's a different conversation. I'm happy that we're here, but it is what it is.
But going back to the phone itself, the camera's mad. The machine learning, what they've built up, like the natural language processing for it to translate like what you're saying to speech, and also how that then translates to the ability to have a fluent conversation with someone in a different language, which again is not new, but the way they've wrapped it up in the package with everything around it, the hardware included with it.
Yeah.
Apple killer, in my opinion.
Google has been leading software for the best part of the last 5 years, in my opinion. Yeah. I remember when the Pixel 2 came out, a friend of mine, I was in San Sebastian, took a picture of me, and I was like, let me see that again. He showed me again, and I was like, wait, that blur? And he's like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy. Why is it doing that? And I was like, oh, this is a Pixel 2. I think it's pretty decent. He didn't know nothing about phones. because there was no marketing. They didn't really care. They were just like, hey, let's just make something, and let's just make software, and then let's let it talk for itself. And it talked for itself into a point where we're like Pixel 2 and 3 were like incredible, but it was kind of like an unknown brand, even though it's Google, because they weren't really pushing in the market of phones. And the 4 and 5 came out, and they were kind of staples, but they did stagnate. I skipped from the 3 to the 5, so for me it was a difference, but for most people that I hear, the 4 to the 5 wasn't that big of a jump. Just a few notches here, a little bit of improvements, but not much. But then they were like, no, we took a little break because we were working on something. And here we are now, where they've literally just stapled themselves like, hey, no, we're here. We were a software company, but now we can do hardware too. Balls in your court, Apple. And in my opinion, rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Since his demise, they had maybe a 3-year run of ideas, and since then they kind of run out of ideas. You know it to be true. They try to change things that they're now reverting back to. They did change things. Now they're going back to.
Safe.
So it's like, you didn't really do anything. You were just waiting, sitting around, kind of doing the Facebook. Like, oh, what works? We'll add that to our thing, and everybody will think it's new. And they did that. But then now it's like, you've been stagnating for too long. Either, in my opinion, of like innovation, you push what you believe is great, and then you just let it, either it works or it doesn't work. I'd rather you fail on your face and produce nothing but tried, than just waiting for people to do something and then copying it. So I think, like you just said as well, that Google is just showing that, like, hey, you've stagnated, so now we're here to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you can't take our word for it, right? Go watch the reviews, go watch the detailed like comparisons between, like, I don't know, iPhone and the new Pixel, and you have to try it for yourself. I am pleasantly surprised with my experience so far, and like I can't force my opinion on you, and I won't. That's why you need to go work out and have the reviews yourself. But I, in my personal opinion, think this is an Apple killer. I think Apple's time is done. I feel like it's just a demise from now. Which, ironically, talking about Apple, right? Microsoft this week, right, has surpassed Apple as the most valuable company. Where this week, Microsoft hit a valuation of this is just nuts. Just reading this figure, 2.49 trillion with a T. I don't know what that translates to in zeros, because I know American dollars, American zeros is different to, like, an American million is different to a Great British million. Or is it a billion? I'm an absolute idiot. Not sure. One or the other. I think it's a billion. I think in the UK it's a million, whereas in America it's 1,000 million. Not sure.
For a billion, yes.
Yeah, something like that. So trillion. It's in trillion, dollars, trillion, 2.4 trillion.
Also, wait, so what's trillion for dollars to pounds? If billion is different.
We'll have to calculate.
Anyway, it's a lot of money, guys.
Yeah. So Microsoft was valuated at $2.49 trillion, which Apple was at 2.48 trillion, which doesn't sound like a difference, like 0.01 difference. But trust me, that's a few million and billion in between it. And one thing that factors into that is, from this year, Microsoft has boomed on average 49%, which mainly is down to higher demand of their cloud services, which, as we all know at the time of this recording, is induced by the pandemic, more remote working, more companies shift into remote first culture. Yeah, that's just bonkers. Like, Microsoft's throwing some punches. Microsoft's coming back.
It's not even, that's the thing. One provides a service that's kind of, personal use, entertainment, looks good, feels good. The other is real world infrastructure for business, life, and all the above. It's about time. I know it took a pandemic to get here, but in the real world, those tangible things should be surpassing something that's just, exists to exist. So I'm not surprised. I was just waiting for this day, really, where we'd see a company that actually creates or builds things to sell for companies' use and, everyday business and life to be on top. But I don't know how long this will last, to be fair. Like I was saying a bit earlier, at some point Apple will probably just make something that actually will change the game, and we'll be back. Again, this is like, what, 100 million difference? 1,000 million? What's 0.48?
I think
100 mil.
I think for the difference of $1 trillion, it's like 1,000 million, or is that a billion?
All right, it's 0.
I don't talk about this sums of
0.01.
money, so I don't know.
0.01.
So 0.01
So 0.01
trillion.
million difference.
It's 1% of $1 trillion, which is a billion. No, it wouldn't be that small. Bro. We gotta have to work that out. But yeah, I think like it sounds like if someone's like, oh, there was a massive pandemic and that boomed everyone's like remote working culture and moving to the cloud and stuff like that. Like that sounds mad.
Louis, 1% of $1 trillion is 10 billion.
10 billion.
Yeah.
Wait, is that dollars or GBP?
That is, yes.
Which one? Because there's a difference, right? Because like we said, like I think 1,000 million, no, a million is 1 GBP trillion.
Guys, I'm sure there is a financial podcast out there that you can listen to get these accurate figures. This is not that. But there's a difference. This is not in pounds. This is just numerics. So this doesn't help. The Quora for you, if you ever want to use Quora, a shout out to them.
No, I don't like them. Do you know why? Because you listen, you read one answer, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you need to pay us now, or you need to create an account, you need to do this.
That's true.
I don't shout them out. Well, it's a ridiculous amount of money, in my opinion, whatever it is. But just know they did surpass Apple. Whether that's for a week, month, or forever, guess we'll find out, right?
Yeah.
Stay tuned. I'm sure we'll cover it at some point.
We will. Guess what else? Guess what else we're going to find out?
Who has your data?
Who has your data, Louis?
They all do. Google, Microsoft,
has
Apple,
your data.
All of them. They've all stolen it and probably sold it to millions of people already.
Now, I stole this infographic from PC Mag, so shout out to them.
Copyright.
I don't know where they got it from, but they got it from somewhere. And we have a little chart here. Louis, I'm going to play a game. Don't look at it.
Don't play a game. I didn't zoom in. I didn't zoom in. Cool.
You know the answer already. It's the company you love the most. Who would you say between Google, Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft, has the most data of you?
Of me personally, or like in general? You talking about the collection of people on it, or are you talking about me personally?
You personally.
Me personally, I'd say Google has the most on me.
You think Google has the most on you?
But that's me personally, because I don't use Facebook.
That is true.
Yeah.
But who do you think has the most of everybody?
Facebook.
Interesting. Who would you say is second?
I think, I don't know, I'd want to say Google, but then Microsoft more like work side, but then Apple, like, they're real fishy, you know?
Okay.
I'll go Google. My final answer is Google second.
All right. So we're going to go through each one.
All right.
And then
I'm going to get a scorecard at the end and you're going to tell me my grade.
Everybody, if you're at home listening to this, keep a scorecard and just guess where who fits where. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking. So, your name. Now, we're talking about Google, Facebook, Apple, Twitter, Amazon, and Microsoft. Who do you think... Okay, this one is... Who do you think doesn't keep your name out of those companies?
Amazon.
It's Twitter. So we have Google, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft. They keep your name.
Wait, Okay, cool. I misunderstood.
On Twitter, you don't have to put your name.
Yeah, it's just the handle, isn't it?
Yeah. Or your number.
Cool.
Or, it's all. You just need an email. Oh, spoiler alert. That's for the number 5th one down, I think.
Wow.
But gender. Who keeps your gender? Only 3 of them keep your gender.
Google, Facebook, and Apple.
Close. With Google, Facebook, and Microsoft. Apple, Twitter, and Amazon don't necessarily keep your gender.
I know Apple shifted. When I was looking at some of my Apple ID settings the other day, they've shifted it to like prefer not to say or like other or something like that.
That is true.
So I think that's new.
It might be,
cool.
yeah.
But I'm used to old school Apple, so.
Very good. Birthday. Who keeps the day you were born?
They all do, because they want to make sure that you're actually meant to be using the service or not. I know everyone lies. People that are underage, you shouldn't be using it. But I think all of them do.
The answer is the same as gender. It's just Google, Facebook, and Microsoft.
What,
Apple,
you're
Twitter,
telling me Twitter doesn't care?
It doesn't care.
What's the minimum age to use Twitter? Is it 13 still as well?
Whatever it is, they don't care.
That's a bit fruity.
Hence why they don't keep it.
Why?
Mate, listen, drive more people to your website if you don't have a cap. Simple as that. Or lie, like Facebook do. Anyway, moving on.
They all lie.
Phone number, Louis. Who keeps your phone number?
Oh, they all do.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they all
Bingo.
do.
I think that's the first one.
Bingo.
They all do. They all keep your phone number. Because mainly, I mean, we know why. It's for recovery purposes as well as contact. Mainly recovery.
You didn't specify the context for this. Is this like marketing purposes? Is this like
no,
account
it
security?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Just in general, like who has it?
Who keeps who?
Alright, yeah.
It's like a must to have, or that they do it.
MFA, right?
What does that mean? A multi-factor.
I
thought you were trying to call me something else. I was like, wait, what'd you call me? But the A.
Yeah.
Email address.
All of them except Twitter because you just need a handle. But then you can.
No. I'm gonna go with what you said first. Twitter has your email as well.
All of them.
All of them. And Gmail. Because it's Gmail, so it's Google's Gmail. The logo's Gmail. I was thinking, what's going on here?
Stop it. Wait, so you're talking about Gmail, not Google specifically?
No, I'm talking about Google, but this one.
It shows the... Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Location. Who knows where you are?
If one of them lies and says they don't know where I am...
There's an asterisk, though. You are correct.
Asterisk, yeah, because we're spying on you.
You're correct.
No. I know what the asterisk is. The asterisk is we might not specifically be tracking you, but we have other means that's tracking you.
Yes.
Yeah, of
And
course
that is Twitter, who are only tracking your time zone, according to them. Everybody else has your location, or like somewhere.
Nah, there was something in the news like many years ago about like some dude that was inciting some hate material and they got him by his IP address.
Yeah, but IP address versus this is information you give them. Sorry, not just what they have, but what you willingly
teacher,
give
you
them.
didn't define the context of these bounds.
Now you know.
Alright.
So this is the types of data major tech companies admit to collecting in your privacy policy.
Wait. You didn't say admit. Hang on.
No, I've been insinuating what they admit.
Alright. Well, they're all lying. I feel like they all take everything and they're just telling you different.
It's still interesting
stories.
to know.
Wait, this is the story. This is what half of them are told like they're legal entities. What the other half are told like the European Council. The other half is what they told like the whatever American equivalent is. Blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Liars.
We're moving on. Relationship status. Who admits to keeping your relationship status?
I know Facebook does because they have the whole like it's in a relationship thing, right?
That is true.
I don't think Amazon needs
What
it.
do you think of that, by the way? Okay, we'll move on. He doesn't want to.
It's
No. You get cancelled.
I won't get cancelled.
All right.
It's not. I got no feelings on it. It is what it is. It's the one reason why I don't like Facebook is like I don't care who's about to get in a bath. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing. Like you can just say just delete those people. If I delete those people, I think I'd delete everyone off Facebook.
You mean
no point me
online,
having it.
right?
Huh?
Yes. Continue.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if I delete those people and I just keep going for it, I'd end up deleting most people. Like, I'd have like 4 people on Facebook.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, I might as well just use Insta. Like, I use Insta for how I use Insta.
Yeah.
So no point me having both of them. But yeah,
it's just Facebook that admits to keeping your relationship status. Everybody else doesn't. Work.
Actually, wait. I think there's some caveats to that because like I think Twitter won't admit to it, but I think based on what you do and how you do it, or like what you retweet and stuff like that, Twitter's like inferring information on you.
That is true.
So they can admit to say like, hey, look, we don't care about it. You haven't told us, but we're inferring that you're a single man. We're inferring that you're in a heterosexual relationship. Blah blah blah.
Cool. Who keeps data on where you work?
It's definitely Microsoft. It's all of them.
It's just Google and Facebook
That's lies.
Why would Twitter need to know where you work?
Because they want to know if you're talking about like political stuff or not.
That's true. What about Amazon?
They want to know if they can sell you stuff.
That's true. Microsoft.
You need a new desk? Sure, we got you.
But that's more. They're gonna know anyway because you're looking for them.
That's what I'm saying. They track you via where you are, right?
But okay, admits to. So this is more like, what would you put in there?
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
What they're actively saying, they're all lying.
My favorite one is the last one.
Alright.
Who admits to knowing your income level? Then we talked about this.
Yeah, we did. I think Facebook, because they have they try to branch out into the whole job market and whatnot. And
they have?
Yeah, I think they did, didn't they?
Tried or doing?
Don't know, don't care.
Okay.
I think they're the one at least. But I think Microsoft maybe, but not in a sense of like income level for you personally, but like they know it at higher levels in the organization maybe.
Yeah. Because
of the ties that they have in terms of who they're dealing with, so they might know.
Well, according to Security Baron, it's just Facebook. Which I'm surprised by, because wouldn't someone like Apple be interested in knowing how much you're earning so they can try to sell you plans, especially in their ecosystem?
Nah, they don't care. They just want to know if you can afford the phone or the Mac or whatnot.
So but if they
want to know if like the credit agreement you've got covers it. If it's cool, yeah, cool. As long as we get our money, we don't care. We don't care if someone comes knocking on your door asking for the money.
That's true.
But Facebook want to market stuff.
Yeah,
to you, right?
Now this is a very short little fun. Probably not extensive at all. And also, caveat, was what they admit to. So there's probably more. But that's from Security Baron via PC Max. So shout out to them.
I don't know what I got. What did I get? Like half of that?
You get nothing.
Yeah.
You lose. Anyway, my favorite. What's my?
Are you gonna roll me out like that guy at the end?
I mean, if you eat enough, was it blueberries?
I think it was blueberries. No, it was a chewing gum, wasn't it? That she turned into a balloon and had to like roll her out. Wasn't it Violet? No, not Violet.
If they only kept her data, they would have known that she was allergic to that.
Well, they didn't keep her data because she was a little kid.
Speaking on preying on ignorance, non-fungi tokens.
Non-fungible.
I have a take
NFTs.
on this.
If anyone doesn't know what I mean, NFTs. He's talking about NFTs. He's talking about...
Louis, before I get my jokes off, what's an NFT? For the people that don't know, including us. Well, because we know what it is, but we don't know what it definition. What is an NFT?
From what I can tell, right?
What you can read.
Well, what I can read, but what I can read and what Google tells me are two different things.
That is very true.
I mean, I can read what Google tells me, but what it actually is.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So according to Wikipedia, right, which we definitely know isn't susceptible to people changing it, because you definitely can't just create an account and change it. But
of course not.
No.
Very trustworthy.
No. An NFT is a unique and interchangeable unit of data stored on a digital ledger. NFTs can be used to represent easily reproducible items, such as photos, videos, audio, and other types of digital files as unique items, and use blockchain technology to establish a verified and public proof of ownership. Right. So now this is very stupid in my idea.
Me too.
Because NFTs have existed since the beginning of time.
That part.
It's not new. It's like, if you play games and you've been playing GTA, I don't know, Rocket League, FIFA,
yes,
you've been buying coins, you've been buying all sorts of stuff since
just the CDs themselves. You couldn't use them again. You couldn't use the code again.
Yeah, some of them are redeemable and they expire, right?
Yeah.
But there's some things like, say for example, you play Rocket League and you buy a new car, you've got that for for the whole of time that Rocket League exists. Okay. You now have an NFT in your account. All right, it's not exactly unique. There could be 500 million people that have the same car.
Yeah, but it's unique to itself.
That's basically what an NFT is. But the new shift in what's going on, I'm not against it. Cool. I'm 100% for it. New ways that can make money, blockchain can come in. The only thing I would say against it is be careful. Don't be an idiot. Take your time and work out what you're looking at, whether it's for you. Because like you could buy something today, say one Ethereum today, 3,300.
Oh, it's dropped. Have you lost some peas?
No.
Okay.
But say one Ethereum is worth like £3,324 right now, as of like 6th of November.
Pounds?
Yes, pounds.
Wait, You trade in pounds?
No, I googled it and Google told me in pounds because it knows I'm in the UK.
See, my Google tells me in dollars because it knows that. Although I'm in the UK, I prefer to check things in dollars.
Got your data, bro.
Exactly. No, I'm happy though because I do like to take that data. I hate using pounds for trading.
I like using pounds.
Fair play.
Yeah, Google got your data to know that you want it in US dollars.
Exactly, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yes.
But for me, when I trade in dollars. So I don't need to know the conversion. Like, the money in my broker account is in dollars. The money that I will be buying with is dollars. Whereas if I'm on like Coinbase, I'm working out how much I need to put back into my account from GBP to know what I'm converting from and back from.
You lost me somewhere in between Coinbase and whatever you said before that.
Like,
all I know is for me,
yeah,
I just want it. I want my news to match what I see in my account. It's as simple as that.
Fair enough.
And my news happens to be more American than it is British. Because, I mean, the New York Stock Exchange is a lot larger than the London Stock Exchange. And the American trading market is a lot bigger than the British trading market and Europe.
Any information you hear here is not solid advice. You need to go speak to a financial expert. Do not listen to anything we say. Do not take what we say and tell other people because you'll look like a mug.
Yes. That being said, buy Bitcoin.
Don't say that. You're going to have like some kid listening to this who hasn't been verified by whatever platform this is out on. Going to try to buy Bitcoin with his like mum or dad's card and then be like, whoa, hold up.
This is the real world. You do everything at your own risk.
What?
But
buy
then you can
Bitcoin
sue.
with your mum and dad's credit card?
I mean, how would you do that? I mean, yeah, easily, to be fair. In that case,
You hear
they'll thank
about-
you in 10 months.
Hang on. You hear about all the stories of like kids buying like Amazon stuff with
Yeah,
it.
that's
Like,
true.
but Amazon make it too easy for you to just say, hey, my device, buy me a new RC car, and that thing will turn up the next day.
Do you know what's funny? I have my everything set up on Amazon. Oh, you don't use it. Anyway, I could just buy now and everything, but I don't. I go to add to basket, I review it, and then I proceed to check out. Well, you could just like click.
But let's not talk about Amazon. Screw Amazon.
You know, it just makes it, Louis, it's easy.
Amazon needs to be the lead as well.
Louis, next day delivery.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Louis, it
But
will
killing
come.
the planet,
It will
bro.
come tomorrow.
No. They're killing the planet. What they're doing
What if
for
I'm
the small
buying
guys?
plants?
No.
What if I'm buying plants, Louis?
What if you're buying?
Plants for the garden.
Go to your local florist
But they
and
don't
support
deliver it
your
next
community,
day.
bro.
They don't deliver it next day, Louis.
No, you go get it.
Nah, but I don't want to leave
You
the
go
house.
take that conversation. You go speak to
I don't want to talk
the
to
lovely
people.
person behind the thing.
I
I
wanna-
don't want to talk to people, but I'll talk to them about flowers.
No, but I just want the flowers and I want them now. And
But you're not going to get them. You're going to get them tomorrow.
Amazon, give them to me now.
But you can go now and go get some.
No, I have to go though. I don't want to leave. I'm playing FIFA.
You can call up a florist and say, can you deliver me flowers? And they'll do it for you.
I have to like pay how much?
I've done it. Same day. Not expensive. Deliver flowers. Just saying.
I learned something new today. If you want flowers now, call up your local florist.
Oh, I can't say all of them deliver.
Oh wait, okay.
You have to find
You
one
see,
that does.
now we found a little notch, what's the word? Spanner in the works. There's a thorn in the flowers.
Yeah, it's what happens when you buy roses.
Hey man, you gotta be
We
romantic.
need to
sometimes.
come back to NFTs.
Yes, NFTs, non-fungible pillows. But yeah, anyway, we'll wrap up. NFTs. From what I've seen, the first thing I saw actually was the NBA tokens, the virtual cards, collector cards.
Ah, yeah.
Already, I just knew. Oh, this is just a ploy to grab money.
Whoa, hang on. I want to diverge from Bitcoin NFTs.
Okay.
That Squid Game currency that got so obviously Squid Game come out recently.
Yeah.
Someone created some Squid coin or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
In however long it grew, like very short period, like it boomed by like I think like 4,000%, something
Damn.
ridiculous. It was just a scam, pump and dump. They walked away with like I think like 300 million or something stupid. I don't know the figures, but like that is the definition, right, of being an idiot.
Yes.
Anyone that invested in that, sorry, don't know how much you invested in that, you're an idiot. If you've lost all your money, like there's too many of them that's happening, which again, not saying there should be.
We'll come back to NFTs because I like this point.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not that there should be regulations or anything like that, but
It's human error.
the DeFi
Human greed.
DeFi decentralized finance. I don't know how you say it. DeFi? Is what it's, that's how you refer to it. Decentralized finance.
Okay.
We can have a whole episode on that.
Yeah.
We can go into that. But back to NFTs. Go on.
No. The issue we face with cryptocurrencies is ignorance. That's the number one outlier to everything. We don't know what this is. We don't know what it's going to become. We don't know where it's coming from because it's new. Therefore, it's bad.
No.
No?
We don't know where it's coming from.
The average person doesn't know where it's coming from.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, there's the whole concept of, like, what it takes to mine one Bitcoin. Like
that already, you've lost everyone listening to this.
The environmental impact.
That part. See? Exactly. Let's add something that's real into this environment. Okay, so this takes... this is bad for the environment. Oh no. So is growing cows and cattle.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you know what I mean?
From
ignorance.
that standpoint.
So let's just throw...
Is it ignorance when... So it's not ignorance, it's...
Printing money takes how much power, Louis?
I don't know. I don't
But somehow we know how much it takes to mine a Bitcoin.
I use decentralized finance.
Why?
No, I'm joking, but like, it's not ignorance. Isn't the word? Ignorance would be that you're not looking at the other picture, whereas what it actually is people manipulating it to see and to prove their point. So like they'll say to you, "Oh, Bitcoin does." For every Bitcoin that's mined, you're creating this much pollution. But they won't say, hey, look, for the millions of cows that we feed and we grow and whatnot from that around the world and how much that contributes. But we'll point out Bitcoin because we can't say regulate it. So now we're going to tell everyone to not use it. So that's not, I wouldn't say that's ignorance. I'd say that's greed and manipulation for people's own benefit.
Greed and manipulation only works if ignorance exists. If everybody knew you were full of air, they wouldn't believe you. Do you know what I mean?
I guess you're right.
If we all knew how much consumption of gases and whatnot and energy it took to grow a cow, not grow a cow, to feed a cow and harvest
water, right? Like ignorance
manure,
is like the lack of knowledge.
Yes,
right?
That's literally it.
Yeah.
All of this didn't exist 10 years ago.
But hang on.
Fully.
But there would always be ignorance in the world.
Exactly.
Not because people are ignorant, it's just the nature of it.
That's literally my point. Is we don't know. Me and you don't know. We had to Google NFTs again. We know what they are, but we forgot.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's not in our brains because it just hasn't been around long enough. So that part, there is a fear, just generally. That's just how life works. People are scared of what they don't know. Kids wrap up. But
it's cold out there.
That's not what I'm talking about, you know.
Yeah, wrap up. Practice safe sex.
And practice safe tech. Get a screen protector and a case on your new phones, because that 120 gigahertz refresh rate won't look the same when your screen is cracked.
Oh, and also install antivirus. I don't care if you've got a Mac, you're not immune.
That too. Antivirus, very important.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Stay safe in all aspects of life.
Yes.
Look both ways before you cross the road as well.
Look, listen again.
Yeah, twice. And whilst you're still crossing, still look and listen.
But don't trip though.
Just tie your shoelaces if you get on the road.
Yeah. Also, put your phone in your pocket when you're crossing the road. Don't be on your phone.
I think people should do that in general. Like, not just crossing the road.
I have to say it because I see it so often. Today, coming here, because bonfire night,
right?
People were just like on their phones crossing roads. And I was like, bro, I could hit you with this 2-ton vehicle. And like,
not that you want to, by the way, just to clarify, but
because it's like, anyway,
split second. All it takes is like a split second, and things end up different, right?
I know I'm a diehard tech fan, and I think the world revolves around it. But sometimes you just gotta like switch off to switch on. That's so hard.
Switch off to switch on.
Switch off to switch on.
Yo, why is that not like a government campaign already?
It is now. Switch off to switch on. That's an amazing motto. Yeah. This is the Intechlectual podcast.
Episode 1.
NFTs. Are we going to finish up on NFTs?
Yeah.
And you just have to be vigilant in what's going on the internet. Don't rush into things. Read research and, double check and ask people around you. You know somebody, like us two, that might know a little bit more. And ask us.
Maybe.
We'll give you informed decisions. We don't know everything. We probably know less than we know more of. I mean, of course, this is how life works, and knowledge is whatever, The more you know, the less you know, that kind of thing. We can go into that. But what would your advice be on NFTs and maneuvering through this cryptocurrency phase of the world?
I don't think it's a bad idea. I think you should take your time. Like, it's like a fine wine, right? You don't just open a bottle and chug it in 10 minutes. I mean, not 10 minutes. You don't just chug it. Like, as soon as you open the bottle, right? You got to let that... You pour a bit. You let it ferment. You let those aromas... you let the...
This is not a wine podcast.
You let the oxidation happen.
We're having a wine segment.
Allow that sweet nectar.
Pungent.
Whatever it may be.
I don't know, I'm just saying words.
You allow it to ferment and to
gargle?
Develop that body. And then you start to drink it. And then you savor it for what it is. Treat it like a wine, right? Don't rush in. Don't chug the ball. Right? Take your time. Let it ferment. See what you're looking at. Understand where it's coming from. Look at the regions. Look at the ingredients that's gone into that.
And who's creating it?
You have to factor all of that in, right?
Yes.
Like the cost as well, right? Like if you're looking at like a £5 bottle of wine, probably not going to be the same as like a 10, 12, maybe £15. Not a general point, because you can get like a £6 bottle of wine that absolutely bangs compared to like a £25 bottle of wine. I will say it here and now, all right? And that's how you should treat your NFTs.
I don't know how he managed to tie that back into NFTs, but he did. So, give you a round of applause.
The way we do it. Talking about data, and now I know you're all listening to NFTs and you're going to be looking at NFTs, so I'm going to send you some targeted ads with the help of Facebook, right?
Exactly.
I'm joking.
And all the other applications.
Yeah.
But that has been episode 1
of Intechlectual.
I'm Louis.
I'm Emmanuel.
Have a good night.
Peace.